All right, guys. So the most corrupt politician in the country, literally, the most corrupt politician in the country has come out and went on the attack against young black men who want to vote for Trump. And this politician is no other than Maxine Waters. Like I told you guys in the Lil Wayne video, this was bound to happen. If/when President Trump wins re-election on Tuesday, the people that are going to get the brunt of the blame, one, is men, and then particularly black men from liberal black women, because they have direct interest in pushing back against black men becoming more conservative and voting Republican. But before we get into that, my name is Greg Foreman, and you're watching A Black Conservative Perspective. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share A Black Conservative Perspective, aka a liberal's worst nightmare. You can also follow me on Twitter at GForemanBCP. Let's get it. All right, guys. Take a listen at some audio from Maxine Waters on Joe Manchin's show, talking about how she cannot forgive black men for voting for President Trump.
They think somehow if they are going to support Trump, that they're going to realize some big sums of money that's going to come to them through some damn proposals that they're going to present, and they're going to be taken care of, and they're going to be able to manage all of this money. They are crazy. They're not going to get a dime from these people. They don't even know how to put together the right kind of proposals to even be considered in this way that government works, and how you have to get through the House and the Senate and all of these committees, even in order to get to the president to sign something, and he's not going to sign a darn thing to them. He's a racist. He does not have any appreciation for black people and black women in particular. He's talked about us so bad. He talked about John Lewis so bad. He talked about Cummings so bad. He has no respect for us. He's not doing anything for us. And for those black young men who think somehow they can align themselves with Trump, not only are they terribly mistaken, any of them showing their face, I will never, ever forgive them for undermining the possibility to help their own people and their own communities. It is absolutely unconscionable. It is shameful.
All right. So there you go, guys. You heard it straight out of Maxine Waters' mouth, who, by the way, I think is up there in her 80s. She's like 82 years old, guys. Like, guys, what are you doing in politics at 82 years old? I mean, seriously, this woman was born in 1938, guys. I mean, she's basically the same age as my grandma. I have no idea how somebody this old can still be in office making decisions, guys. I just don't get it. I mean, she has been in politics since 1976. And she's been in the U.S. House of Representatives since 1991. It's literally been 30 years. Almost 30 years. It has almost been 30 years this woman has been in the House. And what has she done for her district? I mean, we know what she's done for herself. She has been named, guys, one of the most corrupt politicians by a liberal group. Listen to this, guys. Listen to this. In 2004, the Los Angeles Times accused Maxine Waters' relatives of having made more than $1 million during the preceding 8 years by doing business with companies, candidates, and causes that Waters had helped. The Los Angeles Times claimed that her and her husband helped a company get government bond business, and her daughter Karen Waters and the son Edward Waters have profited from her connections. Liberal watchdog group Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington named Waters to his list of most corrupt members of Congress in 2005, 2006, 2009, and 2011. I mean, guys, this woman is as corrupt as it gets. She's as corrupt as it gets in politics, guys. And she's sitting here talking about black men. I mean, first of all, talking about how we think that we're going to receive some form of money. First of all, guys, I've said this 1,000 times. I don't expect the government to give us anything. I really don't. Not in terms of no money, right? Everybody know I'm against reparations. So why would I support Trump? Because I think he's going to give me some money. Again, I don't think she's ever heard a real argument from a black conservative, let alone somebody like myself, who's a black male conservative. I don't think she's ever heard anything. Because if she heard that, she wouldn't say that stupid statement. She's in a roundabout way calling us sellouts when she's been selling out her whole district her whole life. Maxine Waters is responsible for California's 43rd congressional district. I mean, this is part of South Los Angeles, like Gardena, Inglewood, Torrance. Guys, these are commonly known places in LA that are the worst parts of LA. I mean, rundown, slums, poverty-stricken. I mean, Maxine Waters doesn't even live in her own district, guys. She lives in some $6 million mansion, like literally miles away from her district. Check out this ad from a Republican challenger, Joe Collins, who's called out Maxine Waters on her BS and the fact that she's done nothing for those citizens for so many years. Look at this ad, guys.
I'm Joe Collins. I'm running for Congress against Maxine Waters. Do you know where I am right now? Maxine Waters' $6 million mansion. Do you know where I'm not right now? Maxine Waters' district. Yep, that's right. Maxine does not live in her district, but I do. I was born right here in South LA, in a place Maxine refuses to live. Maxine Waters does not drink our water, she does not breathe our air, and while she sits here in her mansion, our district is in ruins. Let me show you. This is South LA. I was born here. I grew up on 104th and Normandy. Maxine Waters has been in office for 44 years. Has anything got better around here? I can tell you firsthand that it hasn't. I survived a drive-by shooting in this house when I was a child. Gangs, drugs, violence, that was my upbringing. And where was Maxine Waters? Nowhere to be found. I survived Maxine's district. Graduated high school, went on to join the U.S. Navy. I fought for this country. But while I was fighting for this country, Maxine Waters could not be bothered to fight for her own district here in America. And when I returned from war, I came back to my community as a war zone. And why doesn't Maxine Waters want to live in her own district? Because she doesn't want to suffer the consequences of her own policies. South Los Angeles has been represented by Maxine Waters for 44 years. What has she done for this district? Just this year, deadly crime spiked 15% in South LA, much of it due to gang activity. The homicide rate in South LA has shot up by 53%. South LA has the highest poverty rate in the city, with a crippling 43% of its residents living below the poverty line. Meanwhile, in LA County has a homeless population of over 40,000 people. Homelessness rates has increased by 264% since 2009. Los Angeles is one of the largest hubs of sex trafficking of young girls and women. LA is in the top 10 least safest cities in America to raise a family. And our schools fail our children. In South LA, 29% of black children never graduate high school. Look at this. How many little Latino and black children has been abandoned by Maxine Waters? This is the reality for children every day in Maxine Waters' district. Maxine doesn't care about our district. She only cares about herself and using our tax dollars to buy mansions. When Maxine fails to lead, riots and violence surge in our streets.
What has she done to help anybody in her district outside of herself? The only thing she's done since she got in Congress is enrich herself and her husband. That's the only thing she's done, guys. But she's sitting here trying to talk about young conservative black men trying to get some money from Trump. When you've been pimping poverty, making money off the government your whole life. You've been taking money from the government your whole life. Ain't no black conservatives I know looking for money from the government. They ain't looking for no money from the government. Not the ones I know. Now, I can't speak for everybody, but I'm not. I haven't asked for any money from the government. I don't think Trump gonna give me no money. If Trump reelected, I don't expect a dime from President Trump. But like I said 1,000 times, black liberals, particularly black women, think that they own black men and that they control how black men are supposed to think. Black men are becoming more conservative and they'll vote for Trump because we want to take back our households. We don't agree with this agenda to feminize the man, demasculate the man, and to make him not be the head of the household. Men want to be men. And this applies across the board, guys. This doesn't just apply to black men. But in particular, black men have been targeted for this type of social engineering in which they're trying to make the black woman or the liberal black woman the man of the household and have them take care of everything. And they're trying to relegate the black man to just jail and selling drugs. That's what they're trying to do. And when you don't want to do that anymore, when you want something better for yourself, when you want to think differently, they're the ones that get the most upset about it. And she said that it's unforgivable. It is unforgivable that you are turning your back on your own community by voting for President Trump. That's what she said, guys. That is what she thinks about black men. If you don't fall in line, what you're doing is an unforgivable sin and that you're not black. Same thing that a white man, Joe Biden, by the way, said. And this is why people love to bring up the Joe Biden "you're not black" comment, because it just brings to light what everybody thinks and knows about the Democrat Party and how they treat black people, what they really think about black people. Even the black politicians know. And they go along with it. And they'll sit in office for 30, 40, 50 years, collect money, be corrupt, while their districts are slums, running the ground, poverty-stricken. But then they'll turn to the black man, and if you dare vote Donald Trump and you dare say you want anything different, if you dare say, hey, you know what, I don't want my district to be in poverty. Hey, you know what, I want to try something different. All of a sudden, that's unforgivable. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're voting for. Ramison came out with a poll that showed that almost a third of black people are supporting Trump. Now, like I said, I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what they say. Right? And if anything, it is a good sign going into the election for President Trump, but they're already starting to play the blame game. So we'll see how it goes. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a black conservative perspective. Peace.